interesting question because we don't really know. But for some reason, all across Europe, in the early part of the 18th century, men just start to lose their beards. It's been argued that the availability of better razors is part of it. That doesn't really happen until after the 1750s. Beards are long gone by then. There are all sorts of other things going on. The Enlightenment and Enlightenment thought.
A face without a beard is a sort of open face. Does an open face suggest an open mind?
Absolutely. It opens the face up to the world, literally, and it symbolises a mind that's open to these new ideas. This is a strong possibility for why the beard disappears. This smooth, elegant, refined model of manliness.
Nevertheless, by the middle of the 19th century, the beard is back, isn't it? Now, this was both the industrial age and the age of exploration. Are these factors in Victorian bewhiskerment?
Absolutely, and as you say, the beard comes back with an absolute vengeance. The massive beards that we all associate with the Victorian period by around 1850. A few reasons for this. I mean, one of them is Victorian explorers disappearing off to far-flung corners of the world, living amongst wild nature and letting their bodies become natural in a sense. And there's a whole new argument coming through about how beards are a natural symbol of male authority. So men start to use their beards and say, well, look, God has given us this beard, we must be the stronger sex, and therefore women, because you can't grow beards, we are in command here. And because they're God-given, how can you argue with it?
By the 1850s, health benefits were being attributed to beards, weren't they? What were the health benefits?
Well, one line of argument runs that the beard is a filter against germs. It traps all the bad stuff before it can get into your nose and your throat and your windpipe. Because Victorians are newly obsessed with germs and sanitation, and so the beard is a natural protectant.
Conversely, not being able to grow a thick, luscious beard during this period was considered a sign of ill health, a weak, weedy chap.
And in fact, if you couldn't grow a beard, then there are ways and means that you try and bypass this. For example, a false beard made of goat's hair. I've even seen a patent in the British Library for a mechanical beard.
What's
I'm
that?
not quite sure, well, exactly, not quite sure how it works, but it seems to be a system of springs and this false moustache that fits and clips itself to the face somehow. I don't think it ever got to production, but the patent is fantastic.
Are there periods, though, when the beard has been considered unhealthy?
Yeah, and in fact, when beards are at their height, there are some who are saying, well, hang on a minute, it makes no more sense to say the beard is a filter than it does to say that it acts as a nest of germs stuck to your face, attracts germs and holds them there so you can breathe.
Hello, I'm Kirsty Young, and this is a podcast from the Desert Island Discs archive. For rights reasons, we've had to shorten the music. The programme was originally broadcast in 2005, and the presenter was Sue Lawley.
My castaway this week is a musician. After a long struggle on the fringes of the pop world, his band Pulp achieved great fame and cult status in the 1990s. Its album Different Class sold 2 million copies, and at Glastonbury in 1995 his song Common People became a pop anthem. Tall, gangly, and on the face of it a bit of a nerd, but in fact perceptive and eloquent, his music and lyrics made lack of success acceptable and appealing. He himself lost his way after that triumph, drinking too much and making an exhibition of himself on celebrity occasions. But he's over that now, married and living in France. He's presented a television series on art and written the music for the latest Harry Potter film. What I like about people, he says, is that they don't do what they're meant to. We've been haphazard and we've sorted it out, and that's human, isn't it? He is Jarvis Cocker. The great height of your success, though, Jarvis, was that 1995 appearance at Glastonbury, wasn't it, when you stood up and everybody knew the words to Common People?
I guess so. I mean, it's quite scary to me that it's now 10 years ago. But yeah, I mean, that was the event that made the success a kind of concrete fact.
Yeah, but the irony is you'd written it, and you'd always been, if you like, as a kind of outsider, and what you discovered in that moment was that you were every man. You know, what you felt meant something to all those people.
Well, that is a strange thing. I mean, you're a human being, and even though everybody likes to think that they're fantastically interesting and very unique, the basic things that drive people are always the same things. And so if you manage to kind of, no matter how specific the thing you write about, if you manage to kind of write about it properly, it will kind of connect with people.
There'll be some people, of course, who don't know what we're talking about. I should quote a little bit from Common People. I mean, the end line, really, you'll never live like common people. You'll never watch your life slide out of view and dance and drink and screw because there's nothing else to do. I mean, that kind of...
You recite it very well.
Did I say it?
Yeah.
Did I lend it something new and different? But we should explain how you came to write it.
Well, the song is basically about a girl that I met when I was at art college in London. We were having a drink one night. I quite fancied this girl, and she came out with this stupendous statement saying that she wanted to live like common people. She wanted to move to Hackney